Hey guys, hey. So today we're gonna do like a little chit chat, get ready with me. I really wanted to do this yesterday. I'm just gonna like jump right in. I really wanted to do one of these yesterday, but I just was not in the mood to do it at all. You know, when you're filming, you kind of have to be in the mood to do certain things. I just used the Cellular Repair Serum by Madara. That's what that looks like. I'm only really using this because it's a mess. Like, I've just put it back in the cap and then look. It's like it all comes out in the lid. I don't know why, so I just want to get rid of it. So let me just use it. So that's what I've used to moisturize. Also, it's like, well, today I want to talk to you guys about like the whole Jeffree Star thing. You're gonna probably hear my kids because it's a Saturday. This will go up on Monday, but it's a Saturday that I'm filming it. So you might hear them. And the McDonald's down the road from me. They're doing like some family fun day thing, and I'm gonna take the kids. So I'm gonna get myself ready to take them. So hopefully my makeup doesn't take too long, but you know. And today I'm gonna try and do something a little bit different with my makeup because recently, like the past 2-3 months, I feel like I've just been doing the same kind of stuff, like peachy, ready, kind of natural looks, and it's a little bit boring. So I'm gonna try and veer away from that as I am putting peach in my crease. That is just crazy. Anyway, so last week, Tuesday, I think it was, Monday or Tuesday, Jeffree Star put up a video apologizing for like all of his racist remarks and comments that he made in his videos like 10 years ago. For those of you who don't know about the whole Jeffree Star malarkey that's been going on, I'll just kind of like pull you up to speed. He's been put on blast. I'm going to use this Imagic 12 color palette thing here. I want to use the green because, as I said, I'm doing something a little bit different today. Oh, and you'll probably hear a lot of noise outside as well. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of the green and I'm going to put it on this little makeup artist palette thing here. Anyway, so he got put on blast because apparently 10 years ago he made a video with this drag queen. It was supposed to be like comedic, talking about how he was going to splash battery acid in a black girl's face to lighten her skin tone. Well, that's not a very good thing to say, whether it's supposed to be for comedic value or not. That's just, I feel like in comedy there's just certain things which aren't funny. There's just certain things which I don't feel that is funny. So I'm going to put this green all over the lid. I mean, there are some comedians who can talk about race and it is funny, and it doesn't matter whether or not they're talking about black people, white people, they're able to really be funny. Like, not everybody will find them funny, but they're still funny. Like, the majority of people will find them funny. This just came off as, it was just in bad taste. It was just in bad taste. And especially if you're not really someone who's known as a comedian. Now, I understand Jeffree Star back in the day was more about music as opposed to what he does now, which is makeup. He has his own makeup line. He is well known on the internet and on social media for being a makeup person. So it's just, you know, where is the correlation? Yeah, so there was that. And then recently I found, well, no, I was watching somebody else's video, someone called Here for the Tea. She does like, sorry if I'm looking around, I'm just trying to find something. There we go, found it. Yeah, someone called Here for the Tea. She does like drama videos, but when she does her drama videos, like, she does her research. So anyway, she recently did a video because Jeffree Star was in issue with Jackie Aina. Jackie Aina is a huge YouTuber who does makeup as well, and you know, they had a bit of an issue again. It's all about this whole race thing, and he called her a rat. But in her video, she also showed another video of Jeffree Star where it was like him holding his own like phone camera or something or other. He's walking behind somebody calling them the N-word. And it's like, That's not for comedic value though, is it? So there's no excuse for, there's like definitely no excuse for that. There's absolutely no excuse for it. So I'm using the Nars, it's called Pasiphae, like a duochrome green. I really like this colour and I haven't used it in such a long time. I'm just gonna pop it on top of that green. But yeah, so that wasn't for comedic value. So there's like 100% no excuse for it. You can't turn around and say, well, it was just supposed to be a skit. It was, you can't make that excuse. You can't make, like, there's no excuse for it. I didn't know about this video until Here for the Tea showed it on her video talking about Jeffree Star. So those are the problems. And then when everything had initially come out, this was like a year ago, not the Here for the Tea video, the video about him on like doing the video with the drag queen. When all of that initially came out, which was like a year ago, he went onto Twitter and apologized, but it was kind of a half-assed apology in my eyes. It was definitely half-assed because I don't understand, like, he had an issue with Kat Von D, and the whole thing with Kat Von D he addressed in the video on YouTube. Apparently he made some snap videos as well talking about it, about the whole race thing. Again, why not just make a video? Just make a video. But at the same time, the way that I feel is, don't make a video if you're not serious about it. So it's kind of like, you know, like when people get caught doing something and then all of a sudden they're apologizing, but it's not because they're sorry, it's because they got caught. So to a degree, I'm glad that he didn't make the video at that time, because would it have been genuine or would it have been fake? I don't know, but that's something to think about. Anyway, so he's recently made a video now where he's apologizing for everything. And I watched the whole video and I was just kind of like, okay. He seemed very, very passionate. He seemed like he meant what he was saying. To me, it didn't come off like it was false. But at the same time, I don't want to say he's an actor, but anyone can make something seem genuine. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if I get right up into the camera, or, you know, if I act a certain way, you can make people believe something that's not true. I'm not saying that that's what he did, but I'm being skeptical, because would he have made this video unless he was going through the mess with Jackie Aina at the time? I don't know, but these are the questions which are still, like, I'm just skeptical about the whole thing, to be fair, because I'm just like that. I would like to just take everything at face value and say, yes, he meant it, yes, everything's great. But when someone says racist things like that, it's crazy. I mean, in his video, don't get me wrong, he did say there was no excuse for it. I was an angry person back then. You know, people used to spit on me when I was younger because I was someone who's gay and walks around wearing makeup, and before there was no people who were like me walking around doing what I was doing. So I became a very angry person, and my upbringing, and I understand that. So I'm not saying, like, I guess the question is, can people change? And I think yes, people can change. I mean, I've known some people who were just awful, and then a few years later down the line, they have a better understanding of life, or of their life, and they've grown. Now, I'm not necessarily saying, oh, I've known racists who have grown out of their racist ways. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, I've known people who have generally changed in their lives. I don't hang around racists, so I don't know anyone who has, I haven't associated myself with any racists, so I can't speak on whether or not a racist can change their ways, but I do hope that they can. And I'm not saying that Jeffree Star was a racist to begin with, but obviously if you're using racist slurs, expect for people to believe that you are a racist, because why would you be using those slurs unless you feel that way? But even still, in saying that, sometimes people say things to hurt people knowing that it's going to hurt them. It's not necessarily what they believe. And what I mean by that is, let's say for example, if you thought you were fat, let's just say for example, yeah, and then someone turns around to you, you've expressed to somebody that you think that you're fat, but they don't necessarily believe that you're fat, and then you get into an argument and they call you fat. It was to hurt you, not because they believe that you're fat. Does that make sense? I'm not saying it makes it any better. Sometimes people say things to people to hurt them, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they believe those things. It's just, I'm just thinking outside the box here. And it's okay if you don't agree with what I'm saying, but I just try to think of every potential aspect of something before I make a final judgment. And I hope that makes sense. I guess maybe you do have to have it in you in the first place to say them kind of things to people, like especially racial things, because you know the stigma that that's going to, you know the label that that's going to be left on you. Do you know what I'm saying? Someone will always call you a racist after you say something which is racist. It's common sense. So you don't just go out of your way to call somebody a racist slur, because you know people are now going to, especially when you're in the public eye, you know that people are going to look at you and call you a racist now. I'm glad he apologized though. I am. But now it's at the point where he now has to show it, because I don't really just like going off of people's words. I like to go off of people's actions. So that was the Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade and Taupe. But yeah, I like to go off of people's actions, and Jeffree Star tends to go off on people as soon as they say something about him. So, and I mean, even recently, it's been like a few days since he has posted that video on YouTube, and since then he posted a video about the new Kim Kardashian West contour sticks, because he went to like the launch party thing and took a picture with her. Like a bunch of the YouTube influencers were invited to this party, and everyone on his on the comments feed were like, oh, you're just praising this product because you got to meet Kim and you want to be a Kardashian, and it's so biased and blah blah blah. And it's like, well, if he likes the product, he likes the product. But I feel like people were trying to get a rise out of him by saying things like, well, you didn't even discuss, you know, how many grams that you're getting for the price, and that's how we know that it's a biased review, and you want to be a Kardashian so bad and they don't like you, and I feel like that people are really just trying to get a rise out of him. So he made a comment and pinned it to the top of the comment section of that video, talking about, you know, if I like a product, I like the product. Then went on to Snapchat and, you know, it addressed the amount of product that you get, which is really not that much. It's really not that much. I'd rather stick with my NYX contour stick things rather than get that, to be fair, because it's so expensive and you don't really get a lot. But besides that's, you know, putting that aside, if he likes a product, leave him to like it. Like, what is the problem? If you don't like it, don't buy it. But I feel like people are really now trying to get a rise out of him, just trying to see what they can do to make him snap. So because he made this comment and put it on the top of his comments section of this video, I saw a YouTube drama channel try and say, oh, he's gone back to it again, he's only just made this apology and already he's, and it's like, no, he's not doing anything, he's sticking up for himself. Like, let's just stop making all these excuses. You know, I'm just trying to get views on video. Now, I understand you've got to get the views and whatnot, but let's not lie about what someone's doing. Like, he's sticking up for himself. He explained that he likes the product. Him explaining that isn't him going off. It's just him explaining, I liked it, but it's because it's got Kim's name attached, and because this video has my name attached, because it's me making this video, it's automatically a problem. And it always happens when I make videos about anything Kardashian or Jenner related. It's because of who they are, it's because of who I am. At the end of the day, I like the product, so that's not him going off. It's just him clarifying some stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But enough about all of that. As I said, I hope that he is changing and is actually going to change, and that video wasn't just redundant, because that would be a shame. That would be a damn shame. But I guess only time will tell. Because actions speak louder than words, honey. A lot louder than words. This is the Ultra HD by Makeup Forever. It's one of my go-to. I've really been wanting to try the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk and also the Estee Lauder Double Wear. Estee Lauder came out with like a light version of the double wear, but I want to try the original one because sometimes I see these girls walking around with their makeup on point and I ask them what foundation you're using, and it's either always Luminous Silk or the Estee Lauder double wear. Everybody swears by it, by both of them. So I might want to go and get that and try it out. Maybe not like right now because it's just so hot that, to be fair, I try to cut down the amount of foundation that I wear. Because even though I have this fixing spray, the matte fixing spray, I still don't like to feel like I've got a lot on. I actually put on a second layer of body foundation. This thing at McDonald's today, apparently it's going to be like face painting and balloons and stuff like that. I want to get there as it begins, like before it goes, like before it gets all crazy. It starts at 11 and it's like 9:30 now. So I'm going to speed up this makeup because I don't want to be amongst a ton of kids, and this McDonald's is really small, like really small. So I don't want to be amongst a ton of kids, like pushing and shoving, because that's going to be a problem to me. So I'm going to try to get there as it begins. So after that, oh, that's another reason why I want to go early as well, because after that, my sisters are taking the two boys trampolining. Got to be back in time. I mean, this thing starts at 11 and they're going to come get them at about 1:45. I don't think I'm going to be there for that duration of time, to be honest. I don't see myself doing all of that. Sorry, I was using the Anastasia kit. Even though it's hot, I feel like I'm getting a cold. And Blake, my youngest, he has a runny nose as well. It's going to use like a damp sponge, but that's because at night we've been sleeping with the windows open because it's just so hot. You suffocate. But then we're getting runny noses and stuff, and that's not cool. That we're baking hot and our noses are running, and that's not due to hay fever. Like, I get the mildest of hay fever, like I might sneeze a bunch, but then that'll be it. Like my brother, he used to get like a swollen face. I feel terrible for him, but thankfully I don't get that. I just sneeze a whole lot, like uncontrollable sneezing. And now I'm going to put a bit of powder under my eyes. Use my MAC Pro Conceal and Correct palette in medium deep. I haven't used this in ages, and I've got the one, this is the medium deep one. As you can see, like there's two which are like gone. I haven't pulled for this in ages. I also have like the medium one. So while the kids are gone, I'm gonna try to get I'm gonna do some stock taking. I need to update the shop on the website. My website is Peach&Pearl brushes.com, and all of these brushes that you see me using, the pink and rose gold one. So I'm just doing inventory for that. The link is down below should you want to take a look, take a ganders. Now I'm gonna bake, and I'm using the Makeup Revolution Luxury Banana Puff. And yeah, I think I'm gonna stock take, and if I have the time, I'm gonna have to start tidying up because it's a mess. Like my whole house, I've just let it go to the dogs. To be fair, I need to regain control. So yeah, what I is doing. I'm not too sure what time they're coming back, but it's a great opportunity to just get some stuff done. So now I'm going to use the Ico Fat Liquid Liner. Hopefully this still works. So now I'm using this Nika K waterproof eyeliner, and I used to love using this on my lower lash line, but I decided to like switch things up a little bit and I stopped using it. It comes with like this little smudge thing at the bottom. It's not exactly a sponge, but it's definitely not a brush either. Now I'm just going to put some mascara to get rid of that glitter on my lashes. Nice. Now I'm going to use this Cleancolor Mist Cheek blush in Coral. I'm using one of my brushes, my blush brush. And I think that complements the green so nice. So this is the finished look. I went and I put some lashes on and I did my lips and laid my baby hairs off camera. Finishing touch is a fixing spray, and I got the Mist and Fix Matte Finish by Barry M. Ooh. And I think I've spoken about this one before, like very briefly. Anyway, so this is the finished look. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and to share this video, and let me know your thoughts on the whole Jeffree Star situation. I will leave the video for his apology down below. I'm not going to leave the links for any of the negative videos that he made, but of course you can do your research and you can find those yourself, and I'll definitely see you in the next video. Bye.